Today, we're going to step into a story that, well, it's more than just a story. It's a reality for so many people. We're going to follow the story of Rena. It's all about workplace culture, about resilience, and about the incredible courage it takes to finally break the silence. Now, this all takes place in one office, focusing on just one employee. But the themes here, we're talking pressure, harassment, and that fight for your own empowerment, those are universal. And honestly, this story might feel a whole lot closer to home than you think. So yeah, as we follow Rena's journey, some of these moments might feel uncomfortably familiar. And that's the point. Because in one way or another, it's a story that many people have lived through. Okay, so let's begin. Our story starts with Rena. She's a really diligent employee, but she's trapped in this super high-pressure environment, just silently taking on all of that weight. So this is Rena. She gets to the office before pretty much everyone else. You can see the exhaustion, the dark circles under her eyes, but she still manages to put on a smile. The second she sits down, her day just explodes into this whirlwind of emails, reports, and client calls. She is the absolute model of dedication, but she is completely running on fumes. And then, all of a sudden, this sharp voice just slices through the office noise. It's her manager. There's no good morning, no discussion, just this immediate, aggressive accusation. Rena, totally startled, stands up and tries to explain that she'd worked late and was just putting in the final data. But her manager just cuts her off, shouting, "I don't want excuses. You're always late." And just like that, every single person in the office turns to stare. I mean, the public humiliation is just crushing. Rena just sits back down, totally heartbroken, feeling completely and utterly alone. And the thing is, this wasn't just a one-time thing. Not at all. This was the start of a pattern, a slow, systematic dismantling of her confidence. Let's really look at how this toxic cycle took hold. Her days just blur into this grueling, endless cycle. Rena's working overtime every single day. She's skipping lunch, getting home super late. She tries, She tries to explain that the workload is just impossible, that the team needs more support. But every single time she tries to speak up, she's immediately shut down. And the criticism? It's just this constant, suffocating presence. It starts with her work. This is wrong. Then come the impossible demands. Do it again. But with no clear feedback, right? It's like she's being set up to fail over and over. And finally, it gets personal. The attacks are about her. You don't know anything. It's just this relentless barrage, and it's designed to do one thing: chip away at her self-worth until there's nothing left. So, feeling completely desperate, Rena works up the courage to escalate the issue. She goes to her own boss, hoping for some kind of support, some kind of intervention. She lays it all out: the shouting, the overwork, the constant humiliation. And after pouring her heart out, explaining the constant stress and humiliation, this is the response she gets. "Look, Rena, she's a bit strict, but it's good for the work. You just adjust." Her desperate plea for help is just dismissed like she's the one who can't cope. And right there, that's the moment all of her hope just shatters. When she tries to explain how crushing the stress is, her boss says he's too busy. And Rena gets it. She is completely, 100% on her own. No help is coming. This is Rena's absolute lowest point. But it's often in these moments of total despair that a new kind of clarity can actually emerge. Just picture this for a second. The office is empty, completely silent except for the hum of the computers. And Rena is sitting there, all alone, with tears just blurring her screen, falling right onto her keyboard. The weight of everything just comes crashing down on her. And in that moment of pure isolation, she starts to believe the criticism. She starts asking herself the very questions her manager's abuse was designed to make her ask. Is it my fault? Am I really that bad? But then, through all that self-doubt, a tiny little flicker of clarity appears. She stops, she takes a deep breath, and this powerful truth starts to surface. The fault is not hers. The problem isn't with her performance or her skills or who she is. The environment is toxic. The culture is broken. And this shift right here, from blaming herself to seeing the system for what it is, well, that's the turning point that changes absolutely everything. So, with this totally new perspective, Rena is no longer just a victim. She decides she has to take action. This is her first real step of courage. The very next morning, she walks into that office with a new kind of determination. She starts methodically documenting every single incident, the dates, the times, the exact words that were used. Then, she opens the HR portal and just pours out her story. Her hands are shaking, but her will is rock solid. And then, she presses submit. And the second she does it, it's like this immense weight is just lifted from her chest. Taking that one single step, reclaiming her voice, it gives her this immediate sense of relief and empowerment. It's huge. That one click, that single action, it sets off a chain of events that is going to lead to a brand new beginning for Rena. A few days later, she's in a meeting with HR, her manager is there, and for the first time, she's silent. The HR representative speaks, and their tone is serious, and it validates everything Rena went through. They say, respect in the office is essential. An investigation will be conducted. And for the very first time, Rena feels strong, not weak. That investigation leads to real change. A few weeks later, Rena is part of a new team, and the difference is just night and day. Before, her life was all fear and tears and nonstop criticism. Now, it's about determination, strength, and a team that actually supports her. That forced smile she used to wear has been replaced by a real, genuine one. And we end on this image, Rena at her desk, smiling. Sunlight is just streaming in through the window, lighting up her face. It's such a powerful symbol of her new, brighter reality. She says quietly to herself, raising your voice is the first step. And that really is the powerful truth at the heart of this entire story. It's a reminder that even when you're in the darkest of situations, finding the courage to speak up is the first and most important step you can take to reclaim your dignity and to change your world.